Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene takes place as a number of kindred clamber on board a small private airplane in an airfield just outside of Dublin city proper, having been chartered to fly to Skalenka, a small airfield just outside Bucharest, Hungary, or Bucharest, Romania. My apologies. All in all, the evening is cold. The wind whips around you, is over your head. You see that same leering green moon that almost appears to be mocking you. It almost seems that tonight has malicious intent. The sun has only just set below the horizon, and darkness has gripped the world proper. As you clamber on board the, my apologies. As you clamber on board the private plane, its lights and warmth immediately take away the chill of the evening from your flesh. It's rather pleasant in here, leather upholstery. There's a little liquor cabinet. There's a TV. It's relatively pleasant.
Am I too late?
No. Just roll your blood and that's fine.
Okay.
Relius will be pacing up and down Aurelian will be pacing up and down the plane, jotting down as many things as he can, learning about the small village, just general planning and other things.
All in all, there's not that much information on the village itself, other than it's a small rural community located in the Carpathian Mountains. It's next to and adjacent to rather a famous castle, but the castle has been in private hands since the 19 teens. It's not really interesting. There's not much on a Wikipedia page that can tell you.
Take a guess where the local Shamisi lives.
So, do we necessarily have an idea of where we need to start looking for the information that we're after?
Sorry, are you talking to Aurelian?
Oh, no.
She's talking to everyone in general.
I'm talking to everyone in general, yes.
I'm just here under the governor's orders. I'm here to simply facilitate everything else that will be going on.
I'm just paying for everything.
Yeah, she doesn't respond to that. Or that.
Thank you, Lady Katja.
You're welcome, Connor darling.
Yay.
All the sass is deeply appreciated. It reminds me of home. But what exactly is the plan? Are we even following a plan, or is it just YOLO, we do what the fuck we want, and whoever makes it out, makes it out?
Not
she kind of throws up her hands.
The plan, as it were, would be to go into the village, inspect the local archives, perhaps those in the church, where we to find the information we require about Aisha, his true name, his date of birth, etc. From such information, it would be the most beneficial outcome. We're going to do it as discreetly as possible, but bloodshed might end up coming to an eventuality. On the other hand, yes, I am prepared for other events, but yes, that's the goal.
Do we have an approximate location for the supposed tomes and grimoires?
Historical stuff like that's typically kept in the chapel, or at least the Orthodox equivalent.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
Woo! Yeah! I know that! Yeah.
Yes. Ambrosino.
I don't know where.
You die a little on the inside.
Yeah, Kashi just dies a little on the inside, knowing that he's the one piloting this fucking plane.
Probably even like dying more than actually is. Nope. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so essentially get in, get the information, get out.
Really weird question. Do you have the newspaper Ambertino had?
Yes, I do.
Hey, Ryan, that's a memento de morte. It's a rank 1 memento de morte.
It's probably sticking out of her bag because she's probably trying to teach herself how to speak Italian.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
If you look, it's
Or several Teen Spirits.
It's a newspaper from the day the stock market crashed. I'll tell you its backstory. It was in the stockbroker's hand when he jumped out the window.
That is excellent.
There
Yeah.
you go.
It probably smells like several Teen Spirits.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. I see what you did there. But yeah, so if everyone is happy, the plane will proceed to lift off.
I can't wait to get shot out of the air from some Russian fucking sand
Yeah,
turret.
you guys can probably notice that Charlotte is very uncomfortable flying. She really doesn't like it. She actually pulls some chewing gum out of her bag and puts it in her mouth.
Well, there you go then.
Well then.
All right. It'll take about 4 or 5 hours of traveling before you'll hear the voice say again, "We're about to land! Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all costs, or if you don't want to, don't!"
Oh my god.
That smarmy bastard.
Already the best scene ever.
I mean, any scene with Ambergino is kind of like the best thing ever. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The Ambergino experience.
Am I the only
Exactly,
one-
right?
Am I the only one who's wondering where he got a pilot's license?
No.
I don't care where he
Spent a lot
got
of
it.
time.
I choose to point out, I was a fighter pilot in World War II. I fought both sides!
Classic Italian.
That's really fucked up, man.
Got him.
Oh, I felt that.
The plane lands on smooth tarmac. It's a pretty smooth landing. This is a really small airfield, you become immediately aware.
Okay.
The only thing of interest is the small, squat little terminal building that appears to only have its central light on. Everything else is dark and dim. And you guys will become imminently aware as the how do I phrase it? I can never think of their name. The movable stairs.
That's an
Escalator.
That's. I thought that was if it was an electronic.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say.
They wheel up to the side of the plane.
Wheel.
Oh, I have no idea.
Wheelie
The
steps? I
stair
don't
car.
know.
The stair car.
That's it.
wheelie
It's going to
stairs.
call the wheelie stairs. That's what it's called now. You'll become immediately aware that standing in front of the building, you will see. There we go. This individual.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Do you say that in character?
Who the fuck is...
Yes, she
who the-
does.
A friend of yours.
I don't suppose the door is open. Yes.
It's open.
She's-
It's open.
She's Tremere Anti-Tribu.
Yeah, Charlotte's gonna turn to Kasha and say, "Who the fuck is that cunt?"
That's a bit over the top, but okay.
Well, I guess
She's
that's the
Tremere
welcoming committee.
Anti-Tribu.
Oh, well, fuck.
God damn it, Francis.
What does Francis have to do with this?
We got a visit from her and Spectre last night. And he may or may not have let slip that we were going on this little mission.
That explains all the arms and armaments.
Great. I didn't expect to come off the plane fighting.
Well, I mean,
She
okay.
actually offered help with Ishar.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
She's walking towards the plane. Her hands are kind of clasped behind her back.
Do you want us to roll initiative at this point?
No, I do not want you to roll fucking initiative. Stop. Overzealous Camarilla, calm down.
I heard anti-tribute. I must kill.
Emily just gets up and just says, "Okay, unless someone is going to take charge and carry conversation, I'm going to go out there. I don't think anyone wants that. So
I
Let
will
me
talk
do
to
it.
her.
no,
Right.
Aurelius got this. Yeah, you
Yeah, I'll go up with Aurelius because
Katya will go as well because, they are
Yeah,
both
that's fine.
Tremere.
That's fine. So me, Ryan, and Katya will go down the wheelie stairs, as you so graciously put it.
that is what they are. Like,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
They are stairs on wheels. They are wheelie stairs, damn it.
Yeah, we'll go down and introduce ourselves.
Pogranti Nedalpi, welcome to Bucharest.
Thank you for a calm welcome. What may I ask is your business meeting us here?
Well, you are deep inside Sabat territory.
That is understandable. Are you to be an emissary?
Her eyebrow goes up as she focuses on Katya. I'm going to talk to you now.
She just pinches her nose and is like, oh, Jesus, why? She seems much more lucid than their last conversation.
Ryan does a 180 and just fucking, just lets them out their business.
Quite simply put, I am here to welcome you to Bucharest. I have done as I was asked by your seneschal. I have secured you safe passage to Bogovishte. I have even had the local voivode agree to extend to you 3 nights of hospitality.
Oh,
Allow
Thank
me-
you.
You asked who I was. My apologies. My brain just had a moment there. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a member of His Holy Inquisition, Asherel, sorry, it's Asherel, my apologies. Asherel Barney Goratrix, at your service. She gives a small bow.
Aurelian's just going to write down her name, her business, what she is, and everything for his little files.
Okay. So, please, the rest of you should step out of the aeroplane.
Messina will step out.
If I wanted you dead, you would all be dead. Messina, you immediately see the traitor's mark on her forehead because all Shamir could just see that
Mm-hmm.
for House Govertrix.
I think
Yep, no one else can see it, just us.
I think Charlotte will come out of the plane last.
Okay. We only have one request for your peaceful transition from here to Bogovishta.
Do go on.
And what might that be?
She points directly at Emily and she just says, the return of the Sabat's property.
Deal.
Done.
Don't you fucking dare!
Emily touches the watch on her hand, and she disappears.
All right, she steps sideways after you.
Into the.
Which-
There's a
wait,
certain
wait,
irony to this.
Remember that time?
At which
I
point she turns to Aurelian.
which way do you step? You step into the Shadowlands or you step into the Umbra?
Umbra.
Yep, she uses the path of spirit manipulation and just pops.
Remember that thing I asked on the plane about a plan?
I had no idea she was going to be here.
Yeah, you weren't the only one.
Okay, in the Umbra, what does she say? What does it look like in here? I'm guessing weird, but
It looks like the mortal world, except everything's like a different color and everything's really weirdly hued. Also, you occasionally see like the you see like pattern spiders roaming about. It's not the Umbra is not unpleasant.
okay.
But
Emily's just gonna look at her and just say, "Yeah, no, I'm not going back."
you act like you have a choice in the matter.
I do.
Do you?
Oh, I hope so, but I really don't understand why you would want someone unwilling. Don't you want willing servants? Don't you want willing people?
Blood
Why would
makes
you want someone who actively is like, I don't get it.
Because when someone steals from you, it does not matter if they steal an apple or they steal a jewel. They have still stolen from you.
Like, you stole my life and lots of stuff from me.
You are the property of the Sabbat. It's just the way it is. So, for the record, we're going to separate this, so you can feel free to have your debate. Literally, these two people just disappeared. Actually, from your guys' perspective, she totally probably teleported Emily somewhere, because that's something the Tremere do.
No,
Except Katya knows what the watch does.
Okay. Katya knows differently, but for everyone else's perspective, that's totally what they did.
okay.
So, I suppose we're at an impasse, huh?
Not really. What's your current willpower?
8.
Oof. Oof.
And I have Iron Will.
Okay, cool. That increases the difficulty. Well, what it does is it increases the threshold by +3, which means because you can't get a threshold above 9, it actually becomes it would become difficulty 9 with 1 extra success required. So any effect to trigger it would require 2 successes, as opposed to 1. That's how working over the threshold works.
Yep.
So she's going to pop her lovely enchanting voice, which seriously, never leave home without it if you ever have Dominate.
Agreed.
It's just good. It's just really good.
It's too good, and it shouldn't work on disciplines, but
Me and Katya both have it.
I mean, a lot of. To be fair, I shouldn't be able to get -3 difficulty on all my necromancy rolls in my Giovanni, but yes, somehow.
Don't tell them. Don't.
I mean, Ryan, do you need a hug? Okay.
Anyway, so if those two disappear, Aurelian's just going to look at Katya. She was their property to begin with.
She's not property. She's a person, you stupid son of a bitch.
Then why do you owe me a major boon if she's not property?
Because she's my friend and I was willing to pay anything to get her back.
I'm sorry. I just have to stop. Well done.
Nice.
Well done. That was insane in the membrane. I love that.
God damn it.
Well,
Because some of us will go out of our way to get back to people we care about.
You might have a point, Katya, but I would also point out that I don't think there was anything in your repertoire of skills that would have allowed you to stop him in the first place.
So
If I don't mean to interrupt you, Primogen, but we are here on a mission. We need to get what we were assigned to from the tower.
Okay, so for Emily, her command is sleep, which means you start to become very drowsy, but she only gets 1 success. So
yeah, we're gonna roll initiative. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I'm just like, this is just.
I choose to point out.
I roll a 1, of course. Like,
I choose to point out because this is important. If Frances hadn't said we're going to be doing this, she would never have shown up.
That's fair.
of course, I do last. Yeah, of course. But that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah. What did she do?
Give me just a couple of moments. Yep. You are immolated into a bright crimson flame, taking 5 levels of aggravation damage. Difficulty 9.
I think it is. 9?
Oof.
Francis is a dead man.
I don't soak any of it.
Huh?
I mean,
I don't soak any of it. I'm going to spend for claws. And I am going to Yeah, I am going to grapple her.
Okay.
That is strength brawl, right?
Yes.
And with potent.
You're about to suplex a mage.
Do it.
That's 8. That's.
Please fucking tear her apart. Because now I'm really ticked off.
I'm rolling like shit. That's 2 successes.
All right. She's not great at Dex Brawl or Strength Brawl. I will say that.
I like the artwork you got there for though, Evan. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
You seem to find way better artworks than anything I find.
Oh, you do successfully grapple her.
Nice.
All right.
Do it,
And
Tom.
I spent for celerity, but is that too late?
No. She also spent for celerity, to be fair.
Ah, okay. Then it's her.
He's also on fire. He's grappling someone on fire.
I'm aware of this fact.
That's terrible.
Nope, she does not successfully break the grapple.
Okay. I'm still on fire, right?
Yes, she will have to soak the fire damage. I'm going to say she'll take 2 levels of damage for you, the fact you're on fire, that she'll have to soak. Though she'll get to soak it at standard difficulty because you're now just on normal fire.
Fair enough.
She soaks both.
Okay. I'm going to make a bite.
Oh, by the way, both of you need to roll Rush Wreck. I did forget about
I'm
that.
about to say, is there not a rot check involved with the fire?
Yeah, there's a Rush Wreck.
She's also Sabat, so it may not be a thing. Who knows?
Wait, yeah, that's true.
It's more so the fact that she has Firewalker as a thingy.
Ah, okay.
Ritual. That's
Oh, sorry about that. That's
Oh my
bad.
goodness.
no worries. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
What the fuck is that? Courage. Oh, there we are.
If Emily eats the emissary, this mission becomes more awful.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So it's now your action of your celerity. You can clinch her if you'd like.
No, I'm gonna bite her.
Oh,
Okay.
oh dear.
And it's gonna be. That's strength brawl, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3. That's 3.
Okay,
And
kill the emissary. See what her friends in the building will do to you.
Yeah, this is going to be a thing. This is about to shit's about to get tragic.
This is why I was going to let them have Emily, because clearly the deal is we let them have Emily, we are safe.
is it
You
just
also,
straight damage?
I beg your pardon?
Is it just straight damage?
It's strength plus 1 damage.
Oh, +1. But it's a damage roll, right?
Yeah. Well, it
So-
depends. Are you drinking or are you biting for damage?
Biting for damage.
Okay, then yeah, you have to roll again. You have to get your roll over successes and whatever else have you, but it's still
Okay,
biting.
so it's 4 rollover, right?
Mhm.
And natural weapons, would that apply as a specialty?
They don't. We don't let 10s double on damage rolls because that just gets wonky.
But okay, fair enough. But that's a to-hit roll, right?
Yes.
If I have to roll again,
Yes.
then the 10s, since it's a to-hit roll, the 10s would apply, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's
So
6
5 deliver.
plus. It's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sadness.
Yep. Her fortitude automatically soaks it.
Okay.
Do you have any other celerity actions?
I'll go again.
You can go as many times as you have celerity. Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
have her grappled. She only has. She is not great at celerity.
Fair enough.
As you know, most Tremere aren't.
She's a wizard, Harry.
I'm a
1,
what?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus 1, 6, so that's 5.
I would like to thank Ryan for existing.
I got you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You do a point of aggravated damage to her.
Notice how I roll like shit. Just in general. And,
She does not seem very happy.
well,
most people aren't happy when they have a piece of their face bitten off.
I mean, yeah.
Anthony, sweetheart, we've discussed this. Don't kink shame.
And a third celerity action.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I assume while
5.
this is going on, Ryan and Connor are just having a pleasant conversation about the weather or something.
No, I think Ryan's pissed because like this has all gone 7 shades of shit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, as far as I'm concerned, we
5,
kept up our end of
more.
the bargain. If she cocks up, it's not our problem.
That's why
What
I
was that,
said deal. That's why I said deal.
Oh, you guys are gonna have your argument. Just give me like a couple of seconds to deal with it.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
what was that?
Sure.
Mhm.
1 more damage. Well, actually, 2 more.
Oh, cool. Is that all your celerity?
Yeah.
Cool. There is yet more fire.
All right.
She's
That's
her
5,
own
right?
undoing.
She already took. Oh no.
I don't, so I'm dead, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's dead. Okay, I'm dead.
She is reduced to ash. The Tremere kind of looks there's this wonderful moment of she literally immolates into flames as the Tremere is kind of crouched over, because obviously Emily was much physically larger than the poor little Tremere, who literally looks like she's about 18 years old and weighs about 110. I just want to point out the hilarious physical discrepancy that 5'1", 110 looks against Emily. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Sorry about that, Peter. Like that's shitty. Like,
Also because I rolled like shit. Oh well.
yeah.
That was a lot of really crap rolls.
You'll see Aurelian tear the map in half, and then quarters, and then eighths, and then sixteenths, and then scatter it to the wind.
Oh, this is just fucking great.
all right,
But
so
he
what
will.
happens
He will, however, note Aishar's last known location.
is- Okay.
I'm gonna be a dick now. I'm gonna say, should that not call for a Frenchy check for someone here?
Yeah,
Got a point.
probably.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
Hang on.
like just
Why would it call for frenzy? Why would it call for a frenzy check?
Katya. She's just seen that Emily is dead since the map doesn't
She
work anymore.
literally almost
yeah.
frenzied.
Yes.
Oh god.
Okay.
Like,
Roll
just,
me a frenzy. Difficulty. Roll me a frenzy check. Difficulty.
I don't
7.
want to be
I forgot.
dick, but that would be called for, honestly.
No, I forgot. I didn't realize he said he was tearing up the map.
What was the difficulty?
7.
Okay. Barely, but she holds it back.
Charlotte's
She
So,
manages
what-
to wrangle in the beast.
What you guys see is the Tremere steps back over the threshold. There's a wound in. Where did you bite her? Just anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. There's going to be a deep wound in her face and one in her neck, as she holds a handful of dust in her hand, and she just says, "The Sabbath have had their payment."
Would you like a doggy bag?
Wow.
Would you like a what?
That's another frenzy check if I've ever
Yep,
heard
right
it.
there. Frenchy check.
Right there.
I didn't hear what he said.
Would you like a
Feel
doggy
like a
bag?
doggy bag.
Oh! Oh! Yeah!
I may not be able to stop this.
Oh!
What should I increase the difficulty on that?
Yes, you should, ma'am.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're on the verge of frenzy anyway.
Oh, she wrangles it back one more time. Just barely, but it's contained.
Is the watch
She
there?
is shaking in rage and has tears of blood streaming down her face, but she's holding it back.
I'm not lying. I didn't think that my brothers and sisters in the true clan of Tremere were so weak. She flicks her wrist and the dust scatters on the ground. But welcome to Romania.
Thank you very much. I'm glad such a deal between us has been so amicable, and I do agree with your prior comment.
Do you at least
Aurelian?
have her watch?
No, this thing, she's twirling the watch around on her finger. Consider it a memento. and she flicks it towards Katya.
Can I have celerity and take it?
Don't you fucking dare! I
Yeah.
will not. I will let her ride the fucking wave. Okay, I will not even roll.
I mean, I would have just done it anyway. This is just insult on top of insult at this point. Like,
Yeah, I'd like to I'd like to stand in front of Aurelian and tell him to shut up. And to walk over to Katya and hold her and give her a hug, if she lets me. She might not, but I'm gonna.
Oh no, she would shove you away. She's not in the mood right now.
Ryan, you'll hear whispered under Aurelian's breath, I find it fitting the one who doomed us all is hugging the one who also may have doomed us all.
If we weren't in a cafeteria, I'd eat your soul.
It's not very tasty.
I know.
However, as agreed upon, your car is outside. My guards will let you through. Honestly, it's been some time since I've had to do fisticuffs.
I hope it's a ladder.
That sucks ass, that whole like fucking situation. But
Evan did warn us. Did warn us.
Yeah, I would remind you that the sassery that occurred here is simply sassery, and we made no actual actions that would have prevented or caused anything else.
Yeah, that wasn't ass. That was ash.
Sass.
Never mind.
I would like to point you to my flaws, Evan.
Oh, I know. I know your
flaws. And she just kind of says, "Okay."
Evan, in my little file folder, Miss Dina Frost. What do I know about her? Simply from what's known about her normally.
I mean, have you ever met her before?
No, I keep walking around with files on everyone in the city.
That's not how any of that works.
Then you don't know anything about me.
Okay. And I mean, you can research Kindred in a city before you go to it, but yeah, sure.
Only if that Kindred is famous, well-known, or very infamously powerful. Miss Dina is quite a potent apprentice, but she's not like, and this is Mithras!
Okay, no, that's fine. I was just saying, like, if you had any influence or anything, yeah, no, that's fine.
Do inform Seneschal Beaumont of my eternal friendship. Won't you be so kind?
It shall be done.
Von Essen.
Yes, of course.
I take a napkin out and offer it to Katya.
Katya would gladly take it and clean herself up.
If it helps, if Amboise was going to be here, she would have been after 2 individuals.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Oh no, that would not have been I'm glad he wasn't here.
Oh.
That would have been not even a frenzy check. That was just it. That would be instant frenzy.
I think after that point, like after both of them had just died, it would Anna would just look at Katya and be like, "Why do you have friends?"
Evan.
Yes.
Hello. Sorry, am I coming through now? I've had problems.
Yes, you are. Hello.
Is there a distinct irony in the way that that whole thing went?
Oh, in what way are you speaking?
Involving this absolute mad lad here.
I couldn't possibly comment.
No, we couldn't we? Sorry, I just wanted.
However, you are brought through the. You are eventually brought through the small terminal. You see a number of leering Sabbat inside. Many of them have extended fangs, looking at you with hungry eyes. There are over 24 of them. If there had been a conflict, you're almost certain that it would not have gone well. But it seems to have been dealt with. You see the Inquisitor walk in, her heels clicking on the paved stone, or on the paved covering stones of the terminal. She raises her hand with the dust in the air and just starts to laugh. At which point the laughter is echoed in a rather odd and eerie din.
It's just that scene from Barbossa. It's just like, ah ha ha, and all the pirates laughing. It's just like, what are you laughing at? Get back to work.
Outside, there are two very large Humvees waiting.
Oh, nice.
I was hoping for ladders.
Oh, curva. They probably break down, man.
Well, where you're going, the roads are apparently terrible, so you need something that can literally plow through anything.
Just quick thing, Evan. My new character is already up on the forum, so.
Holy shit!
Fastest hand in the West.
Wow.
That was quick.
Let's just say I had it ready and was already thinking of. Well, I had it ready and I was kind of thinking of moving along from Emily, but oh well, this is fitting.
Yeah.
Hooray! Fire.
Sucks for the bad rolls, man. Like, GG.
Well, it happens.
These things happen. Anyway, where were we? So,
Humvees.
you may proceed out. Who was going to drive which car?
I can drive one of them.
I have drive if people need to go in the other one.
All right, so
Yeah,
Charlotte
Katya's
and
not very
Aurelian will
good.
drive.
Okay, so I need to know who is in the car with me and who is in the car with Aurelian.
I'll take
I don't-
Ono riding.
I don't think Katya riding with Aurelian right now is a very good idea.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
insisting that you sit in the back of the Humvee he is driving.
Okay. I think you want strangled, but yeah, okay, she'll do it.
Okay.
All right, who's driving? Who's riding with Charlotte?
I'm riding with Aurelian in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I realize that humans are really irrational, but can we just there was no fucking chance that he could have done absolutely anything about this. Yes, there were burns involved, but your characters just need to chill because, I don't think they're that silly, are they? Like they know that we couldn't have done anything about that, right?
I hope so.
Can I get context for what you mean? Sorry.
Evan. What I mean is were we to have not taken that deal, they would have still fought us. She would have still ended up in the Umbra, and she would have still fought, and would have went the same way probably. And it's just that we'd be 20 Sabat up our asses right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this
ultimately, I will level with you guys. When they were told about this mission, their response was, okay, we're going to let them through. We're actually going to give them this. We just want back the people who betrayed the Voldry, the people who betrayed the Sabbat. That's fine. That's all we want. If none of them had shown up here, it would have been really interesting because that would have just meant a wash. They would have just been like, damn it.
I mean,
it happened.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's I only
Doesn't
agree.
mean Katya's not livid.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Please file all of your disagreements and issues to Francis Beaumont, Seneschal of Dublin.
Oh, trust me, Francis is gonna get a massive fucking earful when he gets back, or when Katya gets back.
I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to the Seneschal.
All right, so it's going to take you guys another 3 or 4 hours to get to Torgevishte, or Morgevishte, my apologies. The sun will be up in about 2 hours, so you guys are going to need to at least spend the night here. Remember, the Voivode has given you 3 nights of his hospitality.
Including this one?
That's interesting. She never said, did she?
Let's just assume they didn't.
You know what assuming does, right?
As in, assuming they didn't, as in, even if we'll be pleasantly surprised if we do manage to do it in 4 days instead of 3.
Evan,
Mm-hmm.
before I go to sleep, I'm gonna cast Wake with the evening's freshness.
That's fine. Roll the ritual.
Thank you.
So, what kind of so the village itself is tiny. There's probably only about 300 souls live in the village. There is indeed a Russian Orthodox church that dominates the town itself and the town square. There's also an inn. You are able to secure rooms in the inn for yourselves if you wish to.
Fair.
I'm not sure how safe that is, though.
I mean,
to be fair, I don't know if Romanian Orthodox is a thing.
No idea.
Yeah, it is actually.
I mean, I know.
What was that? Sorry, Jason. It was really quiet.
Yeah, sorry, my connection's been absolute pants all night. There is actually a Romanian Orthodox church.
There you go. Then it'll be a Romanian Orthodox church. Haha. All right. So everyone sleeps. Everyone has a good evening. You are not molested while you sleep.
Nice.
Good.
I should have.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
No, knowing that we've been granted hospitality, I'm really resisting the urge to just go to the castle because I know one of the qualities of that is getting the best room in the house.
Oh. Well, you know, hospitality lasts a certain amount of days. I don't want to take the piss. Are we allowed to roll for hunting, by the way?
Hunting in the voivode's domain could constitute a breach of his hospitality.
I was going to say, do not hunt in what is not our territory.
Right. Would I be permitted to instead have a delicious wraith-based snack?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, because I'm on like 6 blood, and if we have 3 days, I'm not going to fucking... you know, like, this is not going to go well. All right, so am I good to just roll for the Vitreous Path stuff?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You can roll once.
Why no?
Okay, so where were we? So, the inn itself is rather pleasant. It's run by a rather large woman who is very welcoming. Her English is absolutely atrocious, so you have to do most of your communications through Connor. But she will indeed see to rooms. She'll even say, "Would you like breakfast in the morning?"
Complimentary Romanian breakfast.
I mean, to those of us who can actually eat food.
Mastino asked for a cup of coffee in the morning.
Kind of just writing a list of what everyone
Yeah.
wants. Like, do you want
Kachi will also ask for a cup of coffee.
Are we waking up during the middle of the day? Because that doesn't make sense.
No, surely we wake up at sundown.
Well, obviously, it's just like when you say breakfast, I think morning.
Oh, I'm sure Evan means breakfast for what is the equivalent for a vampire.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, she's good. She can't do that whole food eaty thing.
That's fair.
All right, so the next evening will dawn. It is fairly uneventful. The village itself is once again rather small. This is like the one area where all of the villagers conglomerate. So by the time you come downstairs the next evening, there's a rather ruckus crowd in there drinking and having a rather pleasant time.
I keep hearing that in the background. It's super distracting.
Sorry.
Like that, the person laughed right at the perfect fucking time. Like Justice's character died. I just heard in the background, like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. My boyfriend's playing Dragon Age Origins right now, and he probably saw something funny.
Good game.
Yeah. GG.
He likes it.
So yeah, so as I said, you will come downstairs and there will be a rather raucous, pleasant evening as people are enjoying themselves. What do you do?
I'd actually like to talk to Ryan's character before we go downstairs, and say, Charlotte will approach him and she'll say, where do you think we should check first?
The church is the most obvious option.
Okay.
Well, given its central location, shouldn't be too hard to find, but
Okay.
maybe have somebody with a bit more theocratic knowledge enter the building.
I see. I mean, I can hop in and see where the archives are located if you'd like.
Perhaps I can go myself. I'm quite familiar with the concept. I do have Theocracy 3, so I'm Theology, that's it. Theocracy.
Alright.
Sorry. It's because I've been doing that nation state game recently. You know, Stellaris.
Okay. All right. And I guess she'll go downstairs at that point.
Yeah.
Are there any other places within the village that we should check?
Graveyard's always a good option, but perhaps those two are connected.
Possibly.
I was
Sorry, go
more
ahead.
referring to something a little less hallowed ground.
I see. Well, the constabulary can't hurt. Your Romanian is quite sufficient.
It is.
Who all in the party speaks Romanian, actually?
Just Connor.
Just
Hello.
Connor. Just
That's
Connor.
the only reason I'm here, by the way.
Oh, to act as translator, okay.
So we can't go in the church because he's got Beacon of the Unholy. So I can't ask the guy for the records.
As have I.
I mean,
you just go there to talk to him. It's like,
Charlotte-
yes, could you just open the window over there? You open it, it's just Connor outside the window.
Charlotte has sanctity as a merit.
I can speak Latin. Oh wait, Orthodox. Damn it.
So that may well play in our favor. I don't know. So if Connor and Charlotte maybe and possibly Katya want to go to the church, we can do that. Because
I can't go to the church.
Connor cannot go into the church. He has Beacon of the Unholy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Connor can't. I thought it was Brian's character. Sorry.
No, Ryan can go.
Okay.
It's just Connor can't, and none of us except Connor speak the language.
A
So
necromancer not being allowed to enter a church would be pretty counterproductive given the vicinity of graveyards.
That's really
So
ironic.
since we need your expertise, Miss Dana will say, do you mind? I can walk into the church and I can communicate with you if you find this sufficient.
That would work.
Good. You have my word that I won't go looking for anything that doesn't pertain to what we're actually doing. She's going to try for telepathy.
If they don't resist, you can just do telepathy.
She's asking for permission. She's just not, I'm in your brain, bitch. Like, she can't.
Rise.
Connor will reluctantly give permission on that.
Mm-hmm. You feel something that...
Hang on. Really important question, Miss Dina. How deep do you go?
Surface thoughts.
Well, she did promise.
She did.
Connor, okay, because that would definitely, that would definitely flash. Connor is desperately trying to hide something from you, as in he's consciously trying to not think about something. Like, desperately.
She'll chuckle.
No. Like, there's people hiding their porn folder, and then there's life and death, I can't reveal something, and it's directly related to you.
Ooh, intrigue.
Yeah, maybe make an inquiry after the.
I'll ask after. But she'll walk into the church.
Okay. There is a priest who is just seeing to the cleaning up of the altar. He will turn. His long beard is white. He appears to be an old man, more than likely in his late 50s, early 60s, and he says, Dozdovia, Nishkaikova Nikki?
She kind of says back what he said to Connor, so she knows what to say.
We're just going to be doing a lot of translation here. You
Yes.
might as well just say that he's like,
Yeah, we'll translate. He was basically saying hello and how can I help you?
Basically say hello. I'm looking for, should I ask for records back through the telepathy link? Or should I be more subtle than that? I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah, just inquire about historical births and deaths in the town. If they ask why, you can always say like, "Oh, one of my relatives" or something.
Hmm. She'll ask about historical records in the church. Doing work with
My
her master's
apologies.
thesis.
My apologies, young lady, but you're not from around here, are you? And he says this in English.
She says no, but my mother is.
Oh, I see. Very good. Records, you were saying. Records, yes. Well, we do keep the church records dating. Well, this is the new church, you see. It was built on the same site as the old church, but we have some of the old records that survived the fire. But my apologies, I'm getting ahead of myself. By all means, I'll show you downstairs to the archive if you'd like.
She nods.
Sorry, Evan, just for reference, I'm turning the Mythosyria thing on, so if he tells a fibby wibby, I will know he wowie.
No, you won't. Oh, wait, are you physically with her?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Because I was going to say that doesn't work by proxy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. So he brings you down a side through a side door off the altar and down a number of very steep, very dusty steps. Oh, please mind your feet. This is very, very old. It's part of the original masonry, you see. So please mind your step.
She nods.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Haven't been down here in a donkey's age. But I tell you what, as it's getting late and they have my meal for me at the inn, I'll leave you the key and you can lock up when you're done and bring me the keys at the inn if that's agreeable to you, young lady.
Agreeable.
Wonderful. In that case, he opens a doorway and it is filled with very, very old books and scrolls. The smell in here is one of must, as he lights 2 oil lanterns and he says, "We never got electricity installed down here."
Evan?
Yes, ma'am?
Shadowlands place dead book. Sorry, articulate words. No worky.
There is an entire different church in the Shadowlands.
I should imagine so.
He said about the old church and a fire. The old church is still in the Shadowlands. And yes, there were some very different books down here.
Bueno.
What would you like me to roll to look for information on Aisha? I have research and I have a whole lot of occult.
Give me an intelligence research roll. Connor, are you going... Not Connor. Ryan, are you going to go on a little walk?
Yes. I think I might actually, if it's all the same, dead man's hand the stuff instead of physically entering the Shadowlands because it's quite strenuous and it costs like 2 blood points.
There is one book that immediately draws your attention. And the reason it draws your attention is because it's chained closed.
How peculiar.
4 successes.
This is going to be, every one of those successes is going to be an hour's worth of labor. So between you and Connor, by the way, Connor, you can physically come now that the priest isn't there if you'd like.
Okay.
Well, the beacon says very specifically, I cannot enter churches.
Oh yeah, you can't. It's a 2-way street.
Yep.
Isn't it? All right.
Can we drop telepathy, please?
Beg your pardon?
Can we drop telepathy now that we know he's...
You tell her.
Yeah, but all of the books are in Romanian, you twonk.
Kurva.
We're in for the long haul. We have uncomfortable questions to ask each other later.
No, but once again, he is really uncomfortable. There is something... I'm gonna... you know she's in there. Your mind will consciously go to it, I'm gonna have to say. So I believe, make me... All right. Mystina, make me a perception awareness roll. And Connor, make me a manipulation subterfuge roll to try and hide a pivotal detail. Because reading your surface thoughts is all cool, but when you know you don't want something to be known, you immediately think about it.
Oh God.
Would my manipulation specialty apply, which is deceitful?
Yes.
Oh Lord, this is good. I'm just staring at this book. Fucking whatever the hell's going on.
All right, so Mystina, how many successes do you have?
Tree.
Tree, you say?
Ooh. Oof.
Nope, I don't think you catch anything.
Those ones, though.
Yeah, I match.
True.
Defender wins. I only match because of my specialty. Oh.
How? I see a
Cool.
10, a 7, and a 10, and you have 2 ones. Ones cancel out 10s.
Yeah, but it still counts.
No, ones cancel out 1 success from the 10, not 2 successes.
Gotcha.
Okay, that would be for the first hour. You're going to get to do this 4 times.
I'm just going to lie on the floor.
Because you're dead. Beg your pardon?
I'm lying on the floor.
In the meantime, I would like to.
Hang on. I need to get this done. Sorry,
Okay.
This is really important. So roll me the second check. This is for hour 2. I have faith in you, I have faith in you, Connor. Don't
4
botch.
successes.
If either one of you botches, it immediately stops.
Oh God.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yep, no, you win the second hour. Roll me the third hour. You can
Wow.
do this, Liam. I have faith in you.
I think that
Not
was,
even looking
wow.
for this. 3.
Ooh. No sauce.
Connor is the defender, so he wins. And the last try, one last chance for the apple, for everything. I'm surprised no one is spending
That's
willpower.
beefy. That is beefy. Look at that. Look at that roll. That's a beefy roll.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wow.
All right, you don't. He is
What?
slippery. He is. You've been actively probing, trying to find it, but
Mhm.
he's managed to mentally elude you, which is in of itself an interesting fact. He knows that, but I will point out, Connor, you know that she's looking, and you know that she's onto something. There we go. So, for the research role, all of these books do not seem to go back in time a great deal. They appear to all go the earliest one you're able to find is a notation that starts in the year 1350, which denotes the church itself being built. You actually managed to find it's on the wall. It's a charter from the then voivode of Transylvania as it pertains to the construction of the church.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing here that would have anything to do with Aishar or anything to do with that particular period of time. However, Ryan, do you have the ritual that lets you bring things over from the Shadowlands into the real world?
Yes, but that takes a number of hours.
I beg your pardon?
I do. I have it. I think that's the level 5 ritual I got off Daimos just before he left. I can do it, yeah, but it'll take hours.
Yes. Well, in order to get that book, you're going to need to physically bring it over the shroud.
Oh, Christ. All right.
Well, they're also here researching for, 4 hours now?
Yeah. I love that the priest just walked in while he was spilling chicken blood on the floor.
Just looks over, just oh my God, oh God.
But yeah, if you'd like to roll me that ritual, please. It's your willpower for rituals, and it's the difficulty is 3 plus the level of the ritual, so it's difficulty 8, and it takes 7 hours to do. Holy shit!
Yeah, it does. It's not an easy ritual, but it's what is it, level 5? So it's like difficulty of what? Sorry,
difficulty 8.
Difficulty 8. All right. Cracks knuckles. Let's do this.
And it's your willpower.
Is it willpower instead?
Yeah. All rituals are willpower.
Okay. Well, I do have 8. So, what am I rolling here?
You're rolling your willpower difficulty 8.
Okay. Slash roll 8d10. What was the way of doing the difficulty indicator? Fuck it. I'll just roll. You know what I mean. 1 success.
That's all you need. I'm just gonna. Yeah, it is. It is definitely.
Give me the book.
Yeah.
Give me the book. I'm just like trying to like like when you can't quite reach something, you're just kind of like getting it with like your fucking index finger and your thumb, like give me the book.
Yeah, it's called Grasp the Ghostly, for the record, is the name of the ritual in this. It has a much cooler name in Dark Ages. It's like the True Treasure of Hades or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's Garb of Hades, Chair of Hades, True Treasure of Hades would be a lot of Hades.
On the side note, yes, Liam, all of the yes.
I've sent that
you
gift to a
managed
few
to-
people now.
You managed to wrestle the book through the shroud. Remember, that costs you a point of blood/spirit essence.
Tasty.
But the book is now in your hand. It is closed and locked. So, from Messina's perspective, you see him reach through. About 7 hours have passed. You see him reach through into nothingness. His hand disappears, and he wrestles out. Like, this is not an easy process. He has to exert strength and force of will, but he rips a book clean from the other side.
Yes, I just pulled something back from the dead like it was a fucking like a light bulb.
Perception or perception on the book.
Cool.
We're using Dark Ages rules with aspects, correct?
Yes. So it lowers the difficulty based on the amount of aspects you have.
I would imagine it's all flavors of necromancy at this point. Like,
yeah, but Evan likes sticking other things in books.
The nuclear fallout that I will occur at a level 5 ritual. I don't believe that's in this version. I know in Dark Ages, there can be like fallout from doing necromancy rituals. I don't know if that's actually in V20.
No, I don't like the system for it anyway. So
yeah.
Continue on.
4 successes.
The book itself doesn't necessarily have an aura. It's made of energy as opposed to being made of paper, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically made of almost like ghostly ephemera.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Is it magically sealed or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It is sealed with a chain that crisscrosses it.
Is there anything up with the chain, or is it just, it is what it is?
On the cover, because Connor can read this, its title, which is written in basically gold embossing on the black leather cover. It is simply Of Witches.
Oh, Wiggles eyebrows. Oh my. Ain't this just a humdinger of an object? Perhaps we should leave this establishment.
I think it'd be a good idea. I have to return the keys.
Okie doke. I kind of like just look over at the fucking pile of like just occult shit on the floor, just kind of scoop it up to my bag. Just like at some point that poor bastard's gonna come downstairs and be like, "What? Why is there a skull on the floor? Whose is this?"
Upon going up and looking at Connor's character, Messina will drop the telepathy. From one person to another, when you try to hide things, they usually come up in very interesting ways. But I kept my word. She smiles like.
And when you go actively looking, you may not like what you find.
Fair enough.
He meets that smile.
All right, so you guys will adjourn to the pub, wherein the priest is already pissed, but he's happy to take back his keys.
Give him his keys, and I exit the pub.
So, who here has the security skill to try and pick the lock, or are you just going to tear it open?
Hang on a second. I have a question.
I may have an answer.
You said that the chain is made from ghostly ephemera, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I have a knife that can strike ghosts.
Yes, you do.
Would that be considered a in quote ghost?
You run the blade along the chain, and the chain is cut with no effort whatsoever.
Okay.
For the record, Ryan, her knife is made of soul steel, meaning it's made of wraiths.
Oh, you just hear Ryan in the back, and you just hear him like mutter like, "That's beefy." Like,
she traded a major boon to the Giovanni for it. To be fair,
I'd have done that shit. I'd have shit, man. Like, I'd have given them a fucking free dead man's hand ritual for that shit, man. That's lit. Then again, I still have my.
You would have done unholy things to Medici for that.
Yeah, I have a Bastone Diabolico that kind of is enough for that, but it's less of a fucking cool ass like knife and more of a just a devil stick. Like, fuck off, go.
It's actually like a really nice knife. It runs from like her middle finger up to her elbow, and then the hilt of it probably runs up a little farther.
I should see about getting me one of those, but I don't think the locals are very up to trading.
She'll actually slide the knife back into its sheath.
There's almost a little kind of as she does so. But continue.
With demonic noises, like. All right.
She'll look over at your character and she'll be like, "You all right over there?"
Yeah, I'm cool. That's some soul steel you got there. How'd you acquire that?
Somebody owed me a favor.
Some Giovanni, I would assume.
Maybe.
Well, I doubt you know any Nagaraja, but I digress. The book itself.
So yeah, she'll cut the chain on it and it'll fall apart, I guess.
All right. Put it in my eye hole, 7.
All right. Only Connor can read this, so I assume you will read it out loud.
He will.
Herein read the diaries of Constantine Serpanius Septimus, priest of the true way, anointer of God, and he whom is the hammer of the blasphemous, he whom is the purger of the witch. And it basically deals with this chap who calls himself Father Septimus, who goes essentially you're not sure if he's innately supernatural. He might well have been, but it is about his exploits as he hunts down witches and heretics throughout the Dark Ages. In terms of he goes from all over the Balkans up into Russia and back down through Romania. But one story does catch your eye, and it's the final one. And so it was that I came into the village. Excuse me, 1 second.
That's immersive.
Sorry, give me just 2 seconds. Something went down the wrong way.
Fair dues.
So I went into the village of Borgovishta. It was a dark and dreary place. The lord of the castle above simply looks down upon his servants, for after all, serfs in this place are the same as serfs in any other. However, they had issued complaint, a charter of grievances, wherein they charged a local woman, Mirantha, with heresy and witchcraft, cavorting with the devil, and knowing the names, true thereof, of several demon folk. So it was that she was called to task. Several individuals in the village said that she was but a mere healer, one who used herbs and remedies. However, ultimately Christ has no place for those whom would question, those whom would defy, those who would view the world as but what it is. And so it was my decision, for the betterment of all, for this village, for its populace to live a happy, sanguine life, to prevent their milk being soured, to prevent the devil's mark appearing upon their barns, that she would indeed meet the flame. Only one individual cried for her when it was the pyre was lit. His name, I asked one of the locals, and I was told that it was her lover, a man to whom she was betrothed, if anything like her could have indeed borne the light of Christ in his holy church. His name was Alvatig. Alvatig Streitzer. And that's all it says.
Wow. That's sad.
I think we have our red lister.
Do you think it would be necessary to confirm that fact?
Well, I don't think we can exactly consult the local population.
No, I'm not saying that, but I don't know.
There is a way.
What way?
Katya opens her bag and pulls out the vial. The last breath of the abyss.
Oh,
Ooh, we're gonna get spicy. Hello.
What is that?
This is something I paid quite dearly for.
And what do you plan on doing with that?
huffing it.
If it is broken, it will answer one question. Honestly, truthfully, and without games.
Okay. Have that.
She'll look at it for a second.
Might I check something before you jump to the metaphorical abyssal conclusion of this situation?
Of course.
Wraith review. Okay. So the other person who the lady who Aisha's waifu, did they name that person?
Yes.
Marantha.
Excelente. Blood dance it is. I mean, I suppose it'd have to be a wraith in the first place for it to work. So, we'll see. And if they were, I'm sure that Aisha would have already sorted that shit out. Big think. I have a mirror of life.
You do.
I do have that. Now, the question is, do I have time and blood to establish whether they are or are not a wraith at this moment in time? I mean, given the fact that the death was quite abrupt, it's likely, but they probably will have moved on by now, all things considered. So
it's been nearly 1,000 years.
Yeah, exactly.
There's still a chance.
There is. The blood required to do such a ritual, however, of that I lack.
How much do you need?
Well, at the moment, hang on. So it's been one night. I didn't spend any because I'd eaten that wraith a minute ago for the ritual itself. So I have 5 blood available to me at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, running out of juju here.
I mean,
how much do you need?
Let me check.
This can be a communal effort, I believe. Maybe.
I mean, is Ryan willing to take level 1 blood bonds from half a dozen people?
No, no, I'm not.
I mean, yeah, Katya's running on 16 blood, so.
She's running on 15 actually, because she did at least one burning blade ritual, and
so
there was
15.
Also, you did cry an awful lot, so we're going to say 14.
I think, I think the mirror is kind of necessary here. The chances of them actually being a wraith at this point in time, they'd have to be like god tier wraith. They'd have to be like elder level shit to the point where I probably know their name.
Okay. I mean, it's really a simple matter of how much blood do you need.
Well, I don't think blood's going to be necessary. I think I'll simply have to use the Mirror of Life to bring this other person back.
Okay.
Which is kind of unfortunate. I would have liked to use it for other things, but hey, I mean, it fixes a huge plot hole, so why the hell not?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Evan, what do I do with the mirror?
You shatter it and call out her name.
Okay. Just for reference, what was her name on the app chance I cock it up?
Marantha.
Mirantha. Okay. Just a random person called Mirantha shows up that's not the right one.
I mean,
you can basically make it more specific by saying the Marantha who died this place. There you go.
Does it have the year of her death?
Yes, it does. She died in the year 10. She died in the year 1025 on the 13th of May.
I mean, you have a date, you've got a place, you've got a name.
Yeah. There's probably like 1,001 people who all like would like to have used this mirror for other shit, but it's not my problem. On the 13th of May, 1025, in the village of... What was the name of the village?
Borgovishta.
Okay. Borg, Iv, Vishta. There you go. That's totally how it's spelled. All right. I assume that we're in a relatively like secluded place. Like there's not a load of civvies around who are just gonna be like, whoa, what are you?
Correct.
Bueno. Okay. I get out the mirror. I smash the mirror. I shout, Mirantha, whom suffered a death at the pyre on the 13th of May, 1025, in the village of Borgovishta, I summon you.
The mirror shatters, at which point a purple mist oozes from the cracked surface. It spills all around you. It chills you. It's very cold. If you're wearing spectacles, they frost over. If you drew breath, it would rise in pillars of steam. Until eventually, a couple of minutes later, you'll see this woman form from the mirror.
Bit nippy.
Just Connie just fucking poked his head in like, oh, it's a bit nippy, isn't it? Bloody hell.
Sakriguga Andriga Kinoke. Connor, she basically said, "Where am I? Who are you?"
He's going to explain.
I will point out, because this is important, Connor is the only one who can speak to her, meaning she will only speak to Connor, and Connor will be the only one who can actually ask her questions. So he can if he doesn't want to ask her something, he can bullshit. You guys really don't have a way of telling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can tell if he's lied about it, but...
Mm-hmm. She is very beautiful. She has a very easy kind of languid grace. Her face is chiseled like from marble, and she has an air of power and authority about her. So, what do you wish to ask her?
Connor's gonna look at the others.
Yeah, you're supposed to ask her about Alvatig Streitzer.
All right, out of character, so I don't fuck it up. How do you want me to word that?
You're you've been summoned to this world to make an inquiry regarding one Albertig Streister, a friend of yours, from what we know.
He'll say that.
He was her betrothed.
Yeah. We don't want to let on that we like straight up read a fucking diary or whatever. Well, you know what I mean.
You mean the guy who burnt?
Yeah, no, I realize she's just been sucked into the corporeal world. I don't want to freak her out. Like,
Alvatig was my everything, and I was his. There was clarity and beauty in our moment.
He's going to relay that.
well, suppose we should probably ask and inquire regarding the date of birth. On what day was he born?
She contemplates, and she said, by the time I knew him, he was already old, older than most could understand.
Fuck me. All right.
Yeah, if I recall, he was actually Order of Hermes before he was...
Correct. He was an awakened mage before he was a Tremere.
Big bad magic man.
Well,
I have a question. Did he ever go by any nicknames, perhaps?
No. He was always my Alvatig to me.
well, pertinently, do you value this corporeal world?
It is as it is.
Yeah, but it will no longer be as it is.
Why?
Well, I mean, fuck it, why not? I mean, I realize, you know, she loves him or whatever, and we're not going to get any information out of her, otherwise we might as well. You'll love Alvatig. He wishes to bring an end to this world. He has dabbled in the abyssal arts, and naturally this has caused him to slowly drift from what we would call sanity.
She looks sad for a moment and she says, the last thing I remember on this world is him burning their church with them inside it. But he could not save me from my wounds. They all died to vent his rage. I do not know the man he has become. If what I am told is true, time beyond time has passed.
I nod in agreement.
What is it that you would have of me? If he is some great darkness, then that is what he has become. That is not the man I knew.
You have an inherent connection to him, something which, you know, we assume that, you know, given your demeanor, you might have some knowledge that could perhaps help us in our endeavor to foil his plot to end this world. Do you know of anything that might help us?
She appears to be thinking, I value this world for the breath that you all draw. I am happy. I am content. I am at peace. But if what you say is true, then the man I love has fallen to something truly dark. Then I must, even if my aid comes at the price of his own existence, I must see to it that he is brought back to himself. Alvatig around his neck wears a medallion. Into it he poured all of his power, a symbol, a locus. Without it, he has no more powers than an ordinary man or woman. His The mages call it an avatar. His higher soul is vested within it. Without it, he is nothing.
Thank you.
Oh. He's doing this for me. The last thing he said before my eyes closed was, if it take the span of 10 times 10 times 10 centuries, I will see you again.
Connor's
Or
going
how-
to keep that to himself.
I beg your pardon?
Connor's keeping that bit to himself.
Ooh, what exactly are you keeping to yourself?
The specific part about how he will see her again.
Okay, cool. No one else knows that. Only our dear Connor.
All right. Well, got the important bit. Okay. I don't think we need to ask him anything else, really, do we? No?
I don't
Nobody?
think so.
Okay.
She will ask a simple request, because it is too late for you to leave Bogavishta this evening, realistically, with all of the rolls that you made and whatever else have you.
Mhm.
She will ask that one of you sit with her until such time as you are forced away by the light of the dawn,
I can do that.
and she meets her end again.
Yeah, I was gonna say Katya can do it.
Does she
I was
have a
gonna-
Does she have a
I was going to
preference?
say Connor will sit with her.
She doesn't mind. In theory, Connor probably is the preference because
Yeah,
they can
okay.
talk.
Yeah. Besides, fucking Ryan's tired as shit right now. You just feel like it broke the laws of physics. All right.
Oh. That. Do you ever tell her the name that Schweitzer goes by now, or Schweitzer goes by now?
Connor will.
Ah, that makes sense. It's an inversion. Aisha. Yes. She holds up a medallion that she wears around her neck that is the sun. It's a very clear pagan image of the sun, and she says, it literally means I am the sun. He named himself for me. There's poetry in that.
He's a man who's gone mad for the love he's lost.
Were you going to say something else, Liam? It sounds like you stopped mid-sentence.
I didn't have anything else to add.
She takes off the necklace and she puts it around Connor's neck. And together, in silence, the two of them will watch the sun come up. And if you're all happy, guys, we can end our scene there. You will leave the next evening and return to Ireland.
I am heavily contemplating something.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is literally This is why I've been silent for the past 10 minutes. I've literally been thinking about something, and I apologize. can I go and talk to the Tremere Anti-Tribute?
You have no idea where she is.
No, but everyone else would probably know how to get a hold of her. All the others
back.
that was.
She's back in Bucharest, isn't she?
Nobody here actually knows where she is or has her contact details.
Damn. Well, that's that.
Why? What did you want? You could, in theory, go up to the castle, and someone might.
Yeah, I will go up to the cat because I mean I've got nothing I can do while I do all that stuff. So
I mean, yeah, it's probably best you get a separate scene then bring this one to the close.
No, I'll do it now. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
It won't take too long, hopefully. The castle itself, the doors. Hang on, I have a picture of it just in case you guys actually went up there.
I mean, I'm going alone, just so you're aware.
Mm-hmm. There it is. That is what the castle looks like.
That's pretty cool.
I know that fucking castle.
What? How do you know that castle?
I've seen it before. I've seen the image.
But yeah, you knock on the door, or I assume you make your presence known. The door grinds open, and you see a stooped old man dressed in a suit look up at you and he says, "Yes, sir." Or rather, he'll say it in Romanian because you've got no idea what he's fucking talking about.
This is very true. Hopefully you understand English. I was wondering if I may speak to the lord or lady of this manor.
Giget?
I do not speak Romanian. Right. Does he seem to wave me in or wave me out?
He's confused. There is one word that you would know that is Romanian that would translate to him.
And that is?
Voivode.
Okay. I will hand gesture like, you know, me want to see Voivode.
Tourist noises.
Yeah.
All right then. He will bow and he will beckon you inside as only a Schlochter can.
I will follow.
He will lead you into a long library.
Oh, lovely.
And he will leave you there for a few minutes.
Yep.
From deep within the bowels of the castle, you do hear certain interesting noises.
Okay.
The doorway at the other end of the room will eventually open, and you will see an individual that I would shudder to contemplate calling a man or a woman step into the room. Give me a moment. This is what steps into the room.
Oh, geez, that's grisly.
Looks like Hella from fucking...
A little bit. Again, nice artwork though. I will give a quaint little bow and ask if he, she, it. I will ask if the voivode speaks English.
I do.
Good. Apologies for interrupting anything you may be up to. I'm sure my presence here is not something you wish to have around, but I have something to discuss and potentially offer.
You are under my hospitality. As the rules of hospitality extend, I will hear you.
Thank you, Voivode. There is an individual amongst my party of which I wish to see not return home.
The eyebrow goes up.
Does it have eyebrows?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It does, in fact. It does, in fact, have eyebrows.
He
Okay.
very specifically flesh crafted an eyebrow just to raise it at you.
Suffice it to say, politically, things are not going particularly well for me. I would wish to see this individual, in whatever manner you see fit, destroyed, and in exchange, you may ask whatever you wish of me. I will explain. I am, Aurelian Ratcliffe, Governor Ratcliffe, fame, infamy, yada yada.
You come into my house, and you ask me to kill someone under my hospitality.
I ask if you're capable of facilitating a most foul
Liam,
accident.
be very careful what you say.
I am aware.
No, you're not. You've already bumbled over a very, very interesting line.
Yeah, you did. Anything you want.
Oh, I'm aware. I said anything he wants.
So, you would have me kill, at your request, once again, someone under my hospitality. Why would I consider this?
The individual in question is the reason such dire straits are, well, on every kindred in existence. You, me, Anarch, Inkanu alike.
You have no idea the Inkanu exist.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just a colloquial term for them. Okay, well, unaligned then.
No, they're very good at keeping hidden.
Okay, well, I'll just say unaligned then, as that's roughly what I think of.
He looks at you and blinks. Once, twice, 3 times. Before he walks back to his chair. And he says, "You have asked me to violate my hospitality to one whom has been extended it. You have breached my hospitality by your request. Run, little Ventru, run."
Spend 4 blood, celerity the fuck as fast as possible out.
That's not how celerity works, but okay. Okay. At that point, everyone from the yes, you will be able to celerity through the building as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
At that point, everyone in the town will hear the sound of what sound like hunting horns coming from the castle.
Fuck.
Do I? Do I know what that means?
God damn it.
Do we all know what that means?
Bear in mind, none of you have breached the hospitality.
Where's Aurelian? 'Cause I haven't seen him. I don't think any of us have seen him.
I was here to do a duty. I'm not here to make friends. Let's go.
I think we should leave.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, this is now going to have to become another scene. But I am going to end this scene here. I am very sorry.
If you make it out of the woods, you win.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a blessed evening.